Auto Finesse, an unofficial history. So with Auto Finesse now being stocked in over 40 countries around the world, over 150 items in their product lineup, a massive fan following, they've become a huge UK detailing brand. So I thought I'd look into how they got to where they are today. Let's take a look. So James Batty, the founder of Auto Finesse, actually started out in this trade as JB's Valeting Services. He did this in 1999. He was serving Hertfordshire, Essex and the Greater London area. He learned his craft there and he expanded a customer base. After 6 years, in 2005, he rebranded JB's to Auto Finesse. However, it would be another 6 years past this before the first Auto Finesse product was launched. The 6 years that he was detailing cars, he detailed cars of a high distinction, and it really cemented his reputation as a detailer. We fast forward to spring 2011, and the Auto Finesse brand is finally launched. Originally, it consisted of 7 products. They included lather, crystal, and triple, just to name a few. It's interesting to note that these early versions are almost indistinguishable from the current lineup, the branding really being nailed on from the absolute get-go. In fact, just the Auto Finesse logo took 3 months of work and rework to get that part right. The pin-up style as well was an integral part of the initial launch and was always part of the Auto Finesse style. During 2011, the range grew really quickly. They ended the year with approximately 13 products, 3 waxes and a clay bar. The brand grew quickly thanks to a few factors, one of which is the Wednesday Waxathons. These are an almost weekly giveaway run by Auto Finesse. They still even ran to this day. The volume of product they must have given away over these years must be huge. They also attended shows from the very beginning. Now, although smaller back then, the identity at the show was again undeniably Auto Finesse. A retro Volkswagen in the foreground, a product in the background. As they rolled into 2012, the momentum was huge. New products were filling the range all the time. They added in early 2012 Spritz, Mercury, Power Seal and Obliterate. And then the big market came calling, the US. They added a reseller, a chap called Martin. After a year or so, this changed to Detailing Domain, but they'd cracked into one of the biggest and affluent markets in global detailing. Shortly into 2012, in April in fact, they added Hyde. They added the Waxmates as well. They had satin in testing, and that was to replace gloss, their current tyre dressing. They also added air fresheners, again with a classic pin-up design, and these were all designed actually in-house by Auto Finesse's in-house artist called Joe. They attended Waxstock this year as well. They further promoted the brand there. They took the opportunity to launch the 5 litre Pro range, and they also added in Iron Out to the range. This closed out 2012 strong for the brand. As 2013 rolls around, it saw the end of Desire being a limited edition wax. The first 500 of these were all numbered. Going forward, after this last dozen shown here, every pot of Desire would just be a generic pot. So it wasn't discontinued entirely, simply that early numbered format was to go. 2013 also saw them add accessories. Kit bags came into the line, brushes as well. They released Verso this year. They improved and renewed lather, and they also added Dressel. They also attended Waxstock this year with 2 real-life pin-ups. Shot in what's known as a Gil Elfgren style, October Divine and Cinderella Rockefeller becoming really the recognised faces of Auto Finesse. By 2014, Auto Finesse are now represented in Mexico, Australia and Thailand, and the 2014 Waxstock saw the display of the Auto Finesse Caddy. Project cars have always been a love for Auto Finesse. It connects them to their audience really well. The 9 project cars that you can see here are really well documented on Auto Finesse's blog. The feeling for car lovers dealing with a company that clearly are car lovers themselves at heart has paid dividends for Auto Finesse. It's given them a real connect, particularly to the German car scene. As you can see, they have a real love for a Mark II Golf. I'd be curious to see if they diverge into any of the Japanese cars in the near future. As 2014 draws to a close, Essence is added, Avalanche and Revolutions are being tested and developed with the test group behind the scenes. Christmas sees Hats and the Aqua Deluxe joining the range as well as the auction of the originals. Now these are hand pinstripe jars of Auto Finesse's waxes. They were hand pinstriped by Neil Melliard of ProSign, and the proceeds of the sale all going to a local dog charity. 2015 sees them further cementing their status, adding ragtop and vision to their testing, and Project 80's car also being worked on. This really had them set. So fast forward from that a couple years later to late 2017, and they took the next step. Halfords, the UK's largest walk-in car care chain, 420 stores, all now showing Auto Finesse. They start to retire away noticeably from some of the forums and the groups, focusing solely on their own pages, products and productions. Their in-house team growing to around about a dozen, them securing a new facility with an average daily production, get this, of 3,968 products. The future clearly very, very bright for this brand. I'm excited to see what they do going forward, but that brings you up to date with Auto Finesse's history. I hope you've enjoyed this unofficial history, guys. Let me know who you'd like to see covered. Coming up in the next episode of Unofficial History is Maguire's. As always, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to like it, share it and comment. Very grateful. I'll see you again soon for the next episode. Bye-bye.